Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with the day 11 prompt in Scraptember, and the prompt today is selfie. And I've had a lot of I don't know, tropical stuff on my mind since I've been listening to nonstop Jimmy Buffett music. And one of my favorite places on the planet and a long lived bucket list item that John and I crossed off in 2015 was Bora Bora. And you can't tell from this photo that it's Bora Bora, but I know that's our little thatched roof hut that was out over the water that we had stayed in the last 2 days. And I know that that is a lei that was given to me by the captain of the boat that took us from where the taxi dropped us off out to where our little cabin over the water was. And this was as we were saying goodbye to we were all dressed. We had spent the morning at the pool and having pina coladas made with coconuts that they just pulled off the trees, and, you know, just heaven, absolute heaven. And we came back and showered and got all dressed and got our luggage packed, and we were headed out, but on the way out, we stopped and had lunch at Bloody Mary's. And we were, as we walked up, there was like a message board, and the message board had photos from the week before when Jimmy Buffett had been there. Go figure. And he had done I guess there had been some natural disaster of some sort in the area. I forget what it was. That's probably something I should remember. And he had performed a benefit concert, and it was there at Bloody Mary's, and it's just a restaurant surrounded by a beach, of course. And I don't know how they got, people there, people in, but they thoroughly enjoyed the music. So, having said all of that, I'm going to scrap lift one of my absolute favorite artists on Instagram, Victor Henriques. It's Victor Henriques 613 on Henriques 613 if you want to check him out on Instagram. I believe he's French. He designs for some French companies here in Invité Créatif. And he's got a little bit of mixed media back there. It looks like he's kind of misted it down when he's done the stenciling. And he's just got a line of plumerias that goes top to bottom and then kind of extends out a little bit in the middle. And it almost looks like he drew the plumerias and the leaves and actually the other embellishments as well. So I thought, well, okay, I don't think I can draw that well. But what I did, I had photographs of some plumerias that we had growing. I've grown plumerias. I grew plumerias in Houston, and we were just getting ready to move from our house from Houston to Georgia. And we sold the house too soon, and so we lived in our RV for 3 months until my retirement date. And this photo was taken. I took many photos of the plumerias that were in bloom, and they were close to this color. Maybe, I don't know, maybe more like that color. Anyway, I ran them through about 25 different filters on my Prisma program, and came out with all of these. And then I went back over them with a black pen and outlined so that it would look like I had drawn them. Don't know if that's cheating or not, but what the hey. And I even managed to kind of cut and draw in some leaves. So I've got a whole line of these. This is the one I'm going to do up at the top because I'm actually going to cut it and I'm going to use it at the top and the bottom. That's the biggest one. So I've got those ready to line up. I don't know if I'll use them all. And if I need different colors, I've got these that are printed that I haven't cut. I've got this stencil from Scrap-A-Sketch, and I'm kind of noticing that he did it all the way top to bottom and kind of did darker closer in to where the embellishments were going to be, and then lighter outside. So instead of doing the water, I'm going to do darker in the middle and lighter on the outside. I'm using salvaged patina, and my stencil is quite a bit different from his. But we'll see how, and these are just leaves. They look to me a little like fern fronds. I think they may be called ferns. Let me do a little darker here, and then I'm going to move it back down here. Okay, so that's the center, and I'm going to kind of go out and do a light brush. There and there, and maybe here and here. And a lot of that's going to be covered up by my plumerias, but we'll see how we go. Okay, I've also die cut some greenery. So after I get the plumerias in place, I will decide what greenery to use. I have both spring greenery, like so, and tropical greenery, like these monstera leaves. So let's do this. I'm going to just take a wild leap and cut across there, and I'll start the page up here, and I'm going to put this first one down with adhesive. And then if I need to, I can lift those with a little bit of foam. In fact, I probably will do that now. Just a little bit here. And some of this I may do off camera when I'm finished filming. Okay, so there's our start, and then this is going to be our finish down here. And we'll see what happens in between. I know that I'm going to try to use all the things, and I know that I shouldn't. Now, Victor ran his title along here and here. I have a bramble fox title that I'm going to use. So I'm picturing it right there. So I'll work the flowers kind of around it. The photo, I think, is going to be here. So maybe that'll go there. So I'm just going to kind of dry fit that right there for the moment. Okay, so that is down. Now, I'm going to run my next plumerias kind of like so, or I really wanted more of a vertical look. So I could do something like that. And here I'm gonna put entirely on a, you see the printing on the other side there. I printed some Christmas printables from Simple Stories years ago, and I didn't use them. And I, let's see, I didn't curl those leaves. And that's what I love about using double-sided printer paper, is I didn't use them, so I just pulled them out and thought, okay, I'll never use these. So I will, I'll use the other side. So I've been printing on the other side. Okay, and here I can do this. How can I work that in? There we go. Okay, so now I'm ready to mount my photo. And then I'll do the rest of the vertical line. I'm going to do this unusual. I'm doing the unusually colored ones kind of up next to the photo, and bringing the brighter ones out. So I don't know that there's anything in particular I'm trying to accomplish there. Just kind of the way it's worked out. And I'm trying to vary the heights by using different levels of adhesive, different thicknesses of adhesive. So I'm going to do that right there. Now I need to find something that'll fit right in here. And I kind of like that one. Okay, and I'm just going to stick a piece of foam tape right under here. Come on. Okay. So my vertical is set. I may run my title kind of coming out here, although I thought I might do some leaves there. And I'm thinking now, as I look at all of this, I'm thinking that the vellum leaves are the ones I'm going to go with. Not quite sure how about this right there, and then this kind of with the leaves overlapping it, and that gives me plenty of room to do what I want to do here, because I have a parrot that I want to use there. So let me do what I like about this greenery. This is a wonderful dye that I've used a million times. And what I like about it is when you glue just the stem down, the leaves just naturally curl. You know, I can do something like that. Actually, that may be where I would want to use. There's nothing really hiding there, or there's nothing that I would hide there if I put this in. So we'll worry about that later. What I'm going to do now is put my title down. Bright days kind of refers to the joy of being in this magical place and the brightness of the sun while we were there. But it also refers to the fact that John was here and we were together and everything was cool. Okay, so now I'm going to I want this guy here, but I want some flowers on either side of it. So let's say we tuck that under. Let me get a strip of this. I'm going to curl the leaves and the petals. So I'm going to tuck it under like so. So I want the foam on one of the leaves. Okay. And this, I want to stand way up. So, but it looks like it needs something right there, like maybe this. So I'll put that on there, and then I'll try to tuck this leaf under there. And I'm going to add a little palm tree somewhere in there. Not quite sure where yet, but let's get this glued in. Vellum curls when you put glue on it anyway. And so this is gonna be nice. And I'll put a large one no, how about the rainbow? I kind of like the rainbow, And then I will do I have a sunflower and a turtle, because he's the sunflower, I'm the turtle. And let me see if I can do this. And tuck it under there. I'm just gonna glue it right there. And I have a little pair of sunglasses. Is that where I want the palm tree to be? And then I'll have a small group of plumerias there. So let's do that. It's just creating a little scene. And you know me, I like to create a scene. And I'm wearing sunglasses in the photo, so that'll work. And then maybe I can do let's see if I have a little bit bigger one. There, that works well. And I'm gonna I get to squeeze in another batch of plumerias. Okay. And this one could go there. And I know I've not put the sunglasses there yet. Let me curl these leaves and the petals and kind of get them, oops. Okay. And the sunglasses could go there or here by the sunflower, right? And I'm going to tuck it in. Let's see if I can use my tweezers to help me out here. I'm going to tuck it in right there. Put the sunflower over it. Okay, I need something right here, and I don't know if maybe a smaller group of plumerias. I kind of like that, and it kind of leads you to the bright days there. On some of the filters, these little, all of these little things that you see out here, those were blooms that hadn't opened yet. There, we out at the RV park there, we had actually the best luck growing. There was something about the light or the environment, but they grew better at the RV park than they did at home. Okay, so we've got this that can go here. And I want, let's see, that is good there. I have a taller palm tree that I thought maybe I could use there. I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and if I have that palm tree there, then I'd almost have to have some layered tropical leaves. I think I like that. I want the turtle to be here because of the way he's facing, but the camera can go over there. And then that pretty much will do it. I have a couple arrows that I pulled, and I have this other tropical greenery. You never can have, or I can never have too much tropical greenery. I guess some people don't like it or don't use it. I have always been drawn to tropical locations, and I was lucky enough to live most of my life in Louisiana and Texas, where you could grow tropical plants without them freezing and going away like mine did when I brought them to Georgia. All my plumerias died. I had them out by our pool in Jackson, and I thought they were protected. It just wasn't the right, it was strange, and I've resented Georgia for that for all this time. I've resented Georgia for not being tropical enough. So there, and then it was funny because when we had our pool in Houston, we were both still working, and so we'd get home from work and immediately go to the pool, and it was, as the sun went down, it was beautiful, and we just kind of talked and solved the problems of the universe. And many times I had to be reminded that, you know, like, were we planning to eat dinner tonight? And I'd much rather be in water than eating anything. And that's possibly the only thing, you know, that I feel that way about. Let's see, dude, with the camera there or camera here? I'm thinking camera here. Slid up under these guys. And now I need something for my turtle. I like how the the mixed media shows just here and there. And let me get this leaf up over him. Let me try to get all the stuff off. Looks like I might need some greenery right there. So maybe that. Or do I want a big one? That will cover the mixed media. Or a small, let's see, how about this, which is not as heavy. And I love the little tendrils, which kind of curl around the other elements. That works nicely. And this is a tendril that got cut off of this piece, but I thought it might be cute under there. That is kind of cute. Let's see. I think I might want that right there. Then I may be finished. I think I'm going to call that one done. I will write, let's see, do I need the arrows? No. I'll save those. I also had this greenery, but it doesn't, I prefer the vellum, I think. These trees are from, I think, Sweet Shop, or Sweet Rush, Vicky Bouton collection. And they're different sizes because I printed them. I bought the digital collection. Okay, so let me write, do I need something there? I think I'm going to leave it like it is. That kind of draws attention to the fact that it's the photo. I love my little parrot. I bought some digital parrots and printed them, and I will cut them out. I'm going to put this alone. I'm going to have a category in my storage called tropical greenery. I think it's done. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll check out everybody else who's doing selfies today for scrap timber. And I hope you'll go check out Victor Henriques. Henriques, Henriques, 613 on Instagram. He does some absolutely amazing work, and I'm a huge fan. So he's a true artist. So thank you for watching. Bye.